Hi there, welcome to Graham's Guide Friday Live, this Friday, the 23rd of August. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. There are about 150 students in my groups all together, and only about 40 of you actually turn up to watch Friday Live. Well, when I say turn up, you're watching this sometime later over the weekend, but nevertheless, I truly appreciate you tuning in for this little bit of extra guidance. Hopefully, you're finding it valuable. If there are things that you would like me to talk about in Friday Live, just email me and let me know, and I will endeavour to add them to the list of agenda items like what I have above. In fact, the things that I talk about here in Friday Live are questions that have come in during the week. So most of the time, I am covering questions that have been asked by you, and some of you will recognise when I'm giving the answers, oh, I talked about that during the week. And yes, you did. And that's why I'm answering the question for you now. So your questions during the week are in the discussion boards are also greatly appreciated. So today we're going to have a quick look at the Outlook calendar board view. We're going to have a quick look at assignment one, the online test one, and for a special treat for those who hang around to the end, some information about reference lists and templates. So let's go straight in. Now, for those who have been tuning in since week one, you know that I like to have shortcuts in my web browser so I can quickly get to the areas that I want to get to. So I'm going to open those now and just show you some of the shortcuts that I have. I really like calendar board view now. So I've got my calendar board view shortcut. I also have a shortcut for Outlook email because the first thing I do is check my email whenever I log in. There's some good advice there. So the second thing I want to open up is the home page for this unit. And on the home page, you'll also find Tanya's announcements. I also have a link for Tanya's announcements if I want to go straight to them. The second thing I want, or the third tab I want to have open is the group discussions tab. And this is where you will find my announcements. But again, I also have a shortcut to my announcements here. Not that I need it because I know what I'm seeing, but this is just a suggestion that you might like to have a shortcut to my announcements in your list of shortcuts. And the final shortcut that I've got here is to the Student Hub because I find the Student Hub is an invaluable resource. And I'm going to click on Study Resources because that's where most of the information is that I need. In fact, we might refer back to that in this video. So let's go to calendar view quickly. I just want to show you how I'm setting up my board view rather here in Outlook Calendar. I've changed this to the agenda view, I think it's called. Let's have a look. View. Yes, so you can have here the week view or the month view. So the week view calendar, I have two calendars. So it's the same calendar, but I have them one above the other. So in this top one, I've changed that to agenda view so that I can see what's coming up here very quickly. But if I'm interested in seeing the rest of the calendar as a normal calendar, I have the actual 7-day calendar view down here as well. Then I have my utilities. I put a blue background on my utilities. I can change that to any color I want, of course. You've got a choice here. You can just have the plain white, but I like having this in blue. You can see it's 10 degrees in Melbourne today. It's freezing. And below that, I've got a clock that shows me all the times where all of the students are that I'm looking after here in this unit. Now I've got some tasks here in this green box. This is called these larger boxes are called collections. I'm going to come to that in just a moment why collections are good. And I talked about this in last week's video too. So I don't want to spend too much time here, but just see here in my tasks, and these are called tasks, but actually these are all goals. I'm pretty sure I've set them up as goals. So when I add an item here, I don't add it as a task, I add it as a goal. And the reason for adding it as a goal, because it adds it to my calendar automatically. So you see my two goals here today are to record Friday Live and also to email new students. So there's 0 days left before that needs to be done. But for my next Friday Live, you'll see there's 7 days before I need to record my next Friday Live, which will be next Friday the 30th of July. And I've got another little project here I'm working on called Workflows, which you can see is not due to be completed for 8 days. So how did I set this up? Let me show you quickly how I've added this. This box here is a goal that needs to be done. It's assignment 2. And you can see here it's due on the 23rd of August. So let's add assignment 3, or this is how I'm doing it anyway. So show all, and yes, I am showing you. Click here. So I'm going to name this COM 10003 assignment 3. You can name this whatever you like. Some people like to use the unit number. Some people like to use a short abbreviation. So that's that. So now I want to add this to my calendar as a goal. So back up here and add goal. And the goal is going to be, I'm going to use a shortcut this time, learning and communicating online, assignment 2. No, assignment 3. We've already got assignment 2. And let's set the due date. Let's go and have a quick look at what the due date is for assignment 3. I know it's September 27th, but I just want to show you where I'm getting that information. It's down here in the assignments tab, assignment 3, September 27. Back here to my calendar, go forward to September 27th and click here. It says event created. You notice down the bottom there, so that's added the event to my calendar, and you can see 66 days to go. I'm getting a ping. Someone's pinging me. And now I'm going to drag this into this collection of items, and I'm making this is something that needs to be done. So I want it in red or pink so that I can, it's drawing my attention to it. The other thing that you've seen here, you may not know from last week, I put in the actual file that I'm working on. So let's do that here as well. This is the actual file that I'll be working on for assignment 3, the essay. Now, how do I do that? Sorry, got to go here, add file, and it's this one right here. Click next, and here's that file. And I'm just going to drag it into this box as well. How do I do that? Drag it in, but I want this goal at the top. There we go. So that's the actual file that I'm working on. We're going to come back to that shortly because I'm going to show you how you can open that and work on it straight from here, from Outlook board view. But let's move on to assignment 1, online test 1. So when you come to do this, you'll need to come here to the assignments, and you'll click on assignment online test 1. Test 1 is on the content of week 4. So you'll need to study up on the content of week 4 to complete online test 1. I'll let you know now, it's a low level of difficulty, so you don't need to stress about these online tests. Make sure you read the online test instructions first, and if you go into Tanya's announcements, Tanya talks about this as well. If you go to our discussion boards, and this is how the discussion boards look at the moment, I've pinned 5 discussions here to the top, and the remaining discussions appear here. The one that's been posted in last rises to the top. So in this occasion, I've still got 8 posts I need to read here from the assignment 3.5 discussion in group 8. But at the top here, you'll see these other discussions that I pinned. Assignment 1 discussion is here. If you click on this assignment 1 discussion, you will find some additional guidance that I've provided, including the date the test opens and the date the test closes. That information is also available in the assignments tab. But here's some additional guidance. And if you have any questions after you've read this additional guidance, just click on reply here to ask, or of course at the top you can just ask a fresh question here about how to complete the assignments. If you've got any questions, if you have technical questions, then ask the student advisors. But if you have content questions, then I'm the one to come to. Ask them here. For example, what's assignment 1 on? What's the content questions about? They're about week 4. So you need to study up on week 4. And week 4 is about registers. and you'll know more about that once you go into week 4. So that's the information I wanted to provide about assignment 1. And lastly, I've provided a special treat here. Well, I say lastly, but I'm going to do something else. This is second lastly. I've provided a little treat here. I say it's a treat. It may not be, but during the week, someone asked me about the reference lists, and someone also asked me about formatting and referencing. So here in the general Q&A, I've already posted here back on the 30th of June, and I've posted some frequently requested links, but yesterday I posted frequently requested resources, and I've included the reference lists of all of the references used in this unit here in APA style and also in Swinburne Harvard style. So if you click on this, these are all of the references for this unit in APA style. If we scroll down here to week 2, where is it? Week 2, you'll see here's Dr. Chu's reference. I know someone asked about Dr. Chu's reference within the brackets, and you'll see that it's formatted with a hanging indent. So a hanging indent just means that the first line starts on the margin, but the second or the following lines are all indented from the margin. So that's what a hanging indent looks like. And that's what the Chu reference looks like in APA. So let's close that and have a look at what the difference is. If we go into Swinburne Harvard style, and let's scroll down to the Chu reference, this is what the Chu reference looks like in APA, in Swinburne Harvard style. It's not a hanging indent, and you'll notice that there's no brackets around the published date. Alrighty, so that's one little extra that was worth hanging around and watching this video for. But here is another good reason to have hung around, and that's I've provided a couple of templates here for assignments 2 and 3. I've had questions about how you might set out assignment 2 and assignment 3, and so these are just suggested templates. So you do not have to use these templates. You don't have to follow the formatting or the way that I've presented it here, but this is available to you. You can just, if you click on that, and then up the top here, it's got download. You can download these templates and use them as the basis of your write-up of assignment 2 and assignment 3. When I say you can use the formatting and presentation here, and it says here this is how it's this is based on the guidance provided in the Student Hub. If we go to the Student Hub resource and scroll down to academic writing and presenting, and then down to formatting and presentation, this is the guidance that I've used to create those templates. So those templates are in Times Roman style with a 12-point font. They're double line spaced, and the file names are based on this information here, and the same with the header. So let's have a look at that actually, because you'll probably want to change the header. Let me do that from the calendar board view, where I've got these documents readily available to me to edit. So if you're using Outlook board view, Outlook calendar board view, the same way I have, and put a link here to the document, you can just click on this link and it will open here actually in the browser. Personally, I don't like working on it in the browser. I like to work on it in the desktop app. And to do that, you just need to click on editing and open in desktop app. It's now opening it. Here it is. I'm just going to make it full size. And so this is the same document. This is my template for assignment 2. The text here is called Lorem Ipsum text. It's just filler text. It's supposed to look like that, so don't be concerned if you're seeing something here that you don't understand. I've put the first sentence in here in English, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted to include an in-text citation, so that I could also include, if we scroll down to the bottom here, I've also started the reference list on a new page, and I've put the reference here. So your reference list page should be titled references, and then your references will follow, and they need to be in alphabetical order. So there's your template. That's right, I was going to show you. You want to change the header to include your name and student number, not my name. How do you access the header? So just double click in this space. If you double click there, that space is now editable, and you can change the student name to your name, and you'll also want to change the student number. You won't need to change this other information because this is accurate at the moment. How do you get out of there, back into here? You just double click back in the main body of the page, and you're back into where you can start working on your document. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you this week. It was probably a lot, but if you're not too sure about it, you can, I'm just going to close this. If you're not too sure about it, please ask questions. Go into the discussions, as I've said here. If you're not sure which discussion to ask your question in, just use this top one here, the general Q&A discussion, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that turn up in there. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. And I hope those little extra treats, the reference list and those templates, I hope you find those useful. They're practical, practical, what are they? I can't find the words. Let me stop it here, and I'll catch up with you next Friday for Friday Live for some more practical advice. That's what they are, and suggestions. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the discussions. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.